In this video, I'm going to speak very logically. See, fuel prices are going to rise very soon.
Reshmi, petrol and diesel price hike in India may be around the corner. Government sources say that an increase in fuel rates in the near future cannot be ruled out.
And this fear of petrol price hike is pushing the consumer to buy EV vehicles because they want to save their money on fuel. So this video is very important if you have already invested in EV stocks or if you are planning to invest. So watch the video till the end because it will definitely help you to plan your investment. Hello everyone, if you're new to my channel, this is Sanika, MD and Research Analyst at Rangavan Finance, where your growth is our priority. And over the last few weeks, our team has done a lot of research and our analysis of the Indian auto industry is pointing towards one clear trend. People are buying EVs at a much faster pace than before. You see, there is a war going on in US, Iran and Israel, and tensions are through the roof. And India imports 91% of its crude oil, and major chunk of it comes from this region. With the Strait of Hormuz under pressure, the crude oil prices have already spiked to $126. And that fear of fuel price hike is pushing thousands of undecided buyers into the showrooms of electric vehicle companies. And it is not that just I am saying it. Look at the hard data. Now, in the month of March 2026, the EV share in new car sales jumped to 5.1%. Now that is up 3.5% just a month before. We saw over 22,000 electric cars registered in a single month, a 68% year-on-year growth. So who is actually winning this race? In this video, we are going to understand this point, that how you as an investor should be looking at EV companies right now. Where are the opportunities? Where are the traps? In this video, we are going to find out. So let's start with the king of the hill, Tata Motors. Shailesh Chandra, MD at Tata Motors Passenger Vehicles, explicitly stated that 20 to 30% of their incremental EV demand in March came directly from people terrified of fuel prices. Now Tata sold over 77,000 EVs in FY 2026. But here is the catch for you as an investor. While their volumes grew, their market share actually dropped from 53% to 39%. Why? Because the competition has woken up. Enter the strong challenger JSW MG Motors. Now they saw a massive 26% surge of customer inquiries in March compared to the start of the year. And they have also captured a solid 26.4% market share. Now this company is aggressively expanding because they know now the consumer mindset has shifted from EV is a luxury to EV is an economic necessity. And then there is the dark horse that is sprinting right ahead, Mahindra and Mahindra. Now Mahindra and Mahindra saw a 5-fold increase in registrations, capturing over 21% of the market in a very short time. And they are the fastest growing player right now, led entirely by new product launches. But before you go and put all of your money in auto stocks like M&M and Tata Motors, you need to understand the risk. And after that, I will tell you my bet, that where I am putting my money. One small advice for all of the investors. See, whenever you're investing in a booming sector or a sector with fast moving stocks like the EV stocks, even one mistake can cost you heavily, which is not having a target. Because what happens, these stocks don't just go up, they rally fast on optimism and fall down even faster when reality hits. And the perfect example for this is Tata Motors. First it rallied aggressively, then it fell down sharply. And that is exactly why I follow two simple rules while investing. First is always keep a target 1 and target 2, and second is always book partial profits. Because when a stock is moving up 20, 30, 50%, you don't just stop and look at it, you book partial profits. And that is exactly how we manage our investments at Rangavan Finance. So whenever we give you a stock, we give you the exact buy zone, target 1, target 2, and most importantly, you receive updates about booking profits. When we hit target 1, you receive an update about booking profits, partial profits of 50%, and holding remaining quantity for target 2. When target 2 is hit, you again receive an update saying book profits in the remaining quantity or hold it for a higher target. So you don't have to track the markets all day. Everything is tracked by us and you receive updates from us. So if you also want to invest with such clarity, then you can join Rangavan Wealth Basic at just 1,449 rupees per quarter. And now let's get back to the real risk in EV stocks. So the risk. Yes, it is a massive hidden risk which most of the investors are completely ignoring. It is a roadblock that could delay the entire EV boom. So to understand the risk, let's talk about the reality on ground. You buy an EV and you want to drive it from Mumbai to Ahmedabad. But where do you charge it? Here is a shocking number for you. In India, about 5.9 million EVs are on the road, including two-wheelers and commercial vehicles. But it has only 26,000 public chargers. Now that is a ratio of one charger for every 225 EVs. To put that into perspective, China has one charger for every 7 EVs. So this is the infrastructure deficit risk, and it is getting worse. A lot of our existing chargers are slow, 25 to 30 kilowatts, and the new cars which are coming out, now they can handle 60 kilowatts or more. So it is like having a 5G phone with a 2G network, and setting up these fast chargers are incredibly expensive. A 60 kilowatt fast charger costs over 8 lakh rupees plus another 5 to 15 lakh rupees for the supporting infrastructure, because there are not enough EVs doing long highway trips yet, and the average national utilization rate for these chargers is a very small number of 4 to 5%. And if the chargers are not being used, then the operators are not making money. So my personal opinion, which will answer the question of where to invest, is that the company that will win the EV race in India won't just be the one that makes the best cars. It will be the one that figures out how to charge these cars the fastest and the most profitably. So what does this all mean for you as an investor? Remember the hidden risk which I talked about earlier? So the risk is not that people won't buy EVs. The demand is clearly there, which is driven by geopolitical fears and fuel cost. The real risk is in the execution of the charging infrastructure. So here is my stance. I am bullish about the structural shift towards EV in India. It is not a fad, it is a permanent change in consumer behavior. However, I am cautious about the mid-term headwinds caused by the charging lag. Now let us have a look at how the smart players are adapting. Tata Power, for instance, is not throwing around chargers everywhere anymore. They are using data. They have realized that Tata EV owners have covered 95% of the Indian roads, and nearly half of them do trips over 500 kilometers. So Tata Power is strategically placing high capacity 180 kilowatt chargers on major routes like Mumbai Ahmedabad, Mumbai Delhi, etc. Now these chargers give you 20 to 80% charge in just 15 minutes. Now that is a demand-led deployment, so such companies will be on my radar. So what should you actually do? Who should you consider investing in this space? See if you have a long-term horizon, 3 to 5 years plus, and if you understand that infrastructure takes time to build, then you should be closely looking at the market leaders like Tata Motors and M&M. Also, one can consider Maruti Suzuki, who have a strong product pipeline. But don't just look at the automakers, look at the ecosystem as well. Companies involved in power infrastructure, battery manufacturing, and strategic charging deployment like Tata Power and Ather Energy. So now the question remains, who should avoid it? See, if you are looking for a quick, short-term trade opportunity based on monthly sales numbers, then stay away, because market share battles are going to be brutal and margins might get compressed as the competition heats up. Just look at Tata shares dropping despite growth in volume. So the bottom line is that Middle East conflict is accelerating India's EV adoption faster than anyone had predicted. The cars are ready, the consumers are ready. Just the charging infrastructure needs to catch up. And if you found this analysis helpful, hit the like button and subscribe to the channel. And let me know in the comments below, are you planning to switch to an EV because of the fuel prices? Let me know in the comments. And as always, this was Sanika from Rangavan Finance, where your growth is our priority. See you in the next one.